This is a reaction from a Orthodox Jewish person to the statements and the rants that Kanye West has been going on recently. First of all, let me tell you why this is personally upsetting. Because before I was religious, I actually really liked listening to Kanye West's music. I loved The College Dropout. I loved his music. I thought that he was brilliant. And I sort of have been watching him spiral out of control the past year or two, where he's not really making a lot of sense. His whole life seems to be imploding and falling apart around him. And his recent, let's not call it anti Semitic, let's just call it anti Jewish sentiments is so strange how that's like at the middle of his delusions, of him spiraling out of control. I actually don't really find a lot of what he says anti-Semitic, like saying that Jewish people run the media business in Hollywood. I mean, I think to a certain degree, a person could say that. I think that that's true. I think there are a lot of Jews in that business, and I think that that's okay. And I don't find that anti-Semitic that he says that you're working for a Jewish manager, or that Jewish people um, own Disney. First of all, I don't even know if that's true. I don't really find that anti-Semitic. I actually find it kind of a compliment. What I find is anti-Semitic is where the hatred comes from, right? So, just to play on the whole rappers game, hate the game, don't hate the player. And to say that Jews are privileged, or somehow that they are taking advantage of other people, or that they have some sort of privilege that other people don't. It's so what's the word I'm looking for? Uneducated, right? So Jewish people came to America after the Holocaust, after they rebuilt, after nothing. 6 million of us were obliterated. And we came here and we sweat and we worked. And yes, we take care of our communities. And yes, we take care of each other. And yes, we don't wish harm on each other. And yes, we help each other when we can. And can you fault us for that? So instead of looking to us and hating us for those things, because when you hate something, you will never attain that thing that you hate, because the hate keeps you away from that. But really, if you look at what he's trying to say underneath it all, underneath the gibberish, underneath the stupidity, what is he trying to say really? That he admires the Jewish people. He admires their business prowess. He admires the fact that they take care of each other. He admires that community. And I think if the world stopped looking at us as a as something that needs to be defeated, or something that needs to be put down, or something that needs to be taken over, and they start looking at us as a model to base their businesses on, to base their communities on, to base their family lives on. Look, guys, let's call it what it is. The Jewish people have been around for 4,000 years. You're going to pick up something in 4,000 years. It's just natural. You're going to pick up business tips. You're going to pick up community tips. You're going to pick up marriage tips. You're going to pick up tips on how to raise your children, just by sheer amount of time. And I think that what bothers me the most is really anti-Semitism today. It's really just people being haters, and it's petty and it's small. And I actually, in my content, I do my best to give away Jewish business secrets, um, because at the end of the day, we were tasked to be a light unto the nations. And if we continue to spread light and continue to spread goodness and kindness, I hope that it will cut through the darkness that all of these people are putting out there. And I also want to throw this out there too, is that I believe that we have a lot of friends out there. When I say we, I mean the Jewish people have a lot of friends out there. And contrary to the greasy, the wheel, the squeaky wheel that's looking for the grease, the Kanye West of the world that's looking to take a cheap shot. Those are the people that are loud. Those are the loud voices. But I do believe that the vast majority of people, just like Jewish people, we have no qualms with anybody. We love Muslims, we love Christians, we love Hindus, we love every in our culture, every person is a creation of God, and therefore every person deserves to be respected. We don't hold malice for anybody in our hearts. And I truly believe that the vast majority of the world believes the same way. Unfortunately, these crazy people get get the most noise and get the most coverage. So that's my hot take on Kanye West in a few minutes here. Is really that don't hate us because you ain't us. Is look at our community and instead of being jealous of the community, say what can we learn from this community? And I'm happy to help in any way that I can to come inspire any community out there and to impart